Hello friends, it's David here from Beyond the Kingdoms, and I'm checking in today with a very special Foodie Friday video. Walt Disney World has recently rolled out an extensive plant-based menu across the parks, in an effort to provide both vegetarians and vegans some delicious snacks to enjoy, because no one should be left out. I recently took a trip to the Magic Kingdom to try out a handful of these dishes myself, and to report back on some of my favorites. So today, I've got a review on 5 different vegan and vegetarian dishes from the Magic Kingdom. Let's dig in. Alright, so today's video is not in any sort of order from worst to best. I'm going to simply give you a tour of what plant-based products are available at the park, working clockwise. We'll start on Main Street, of course, then move on to Adventureland, Frontierland, Fantasyland, and so on. While I am specifically reviewing 5 different dishes, I'll also highlight some of my favorite snacks that I've talked about before, ones that are considered either vegetarian or vegan. So let's start today's food tour with a stop at Casey's Corner. We all know that this is a great stop at the Magic Kingdom for lunch. Casey's has been serving up delicious hot dogs for years. But when I noticed the new vegan hot dog on the menu, I had to give it a whirl. Now, I want to stipulate that I am not a vegetarian or vegan myself, so I don't have the same knowledge of quality vegan products as others would. I simply went into this like any other food review, trying to determine if something tastes good, and in this case, how it measures up in comparison to a meat-based version. The Slaw dog starts with a plant-based hot Italian sausage made by Beyond Meat. You can find this Beyond sausage in select grocery stores across the country. It's then topped with a slaw comprised of cabbage, onions, cilantro, carrots, and kale mixed with a vegan barbecue aioli. And then on top of that, you've also got a little bit of sweet corn and some peppers. If I were to describe this guy in just one word, it would be refreshing. I love that slaw on top mixed in with the sauce. Because in reality, the flavor from the slaw overpowers the taste of the dog. And if you take one big bite, you won't even notice that there's no meat in here. This was a great start to my vegan expedition. And I even liked it enough to try the Beyond sausage at home too. On a really hot summer day, a lighter plant-based dog like this is a great option. The plant-based Slaw dog is priced at $11.49 like all the other hot dogs served here. That price includes a side of French fries or apple slices and counts as a quick service meal on the dining plan. In terms of quick service locations, this is your one plant-based savory option on Main Street. All of the ice cream dishes at the ice cream parlor are obviously vegetarian, and there are some vegan options here as well. But if you're looking for a quick lunch, Casey's is your best bet. Alternatively, the 3 table service restaurants on Main Street all have vegetarian options as well. If you're a vegan, however, Crystal Palace will provide the most options for you. Next, let's move on over to my favorite land at Magic Kingdom, Adventureland. First of all, I'd like to point out that the ever-popular pineapple float is, and always has been, vegan. Because it's just the pineapple Dole Whip in pineapple juice. There's no dairy in this. But I do believe that the float pictured here is with vanilla ice cream, which obviously wouldn't be vegan. But all of the products at Aloha Isle and Sunshine Tree Terrace are vegetarian. However, if you're avoiding the dairy, stick to the pineapple flavor only. Or you can try the orange Dole soft serve without the vanilla. And the Hey Hey cone is considered vegan if you ask to remove the candy eyes. The candy on top is safe. But one other vegan option I wanted to try in this land is over at Tortuga Tavern. The black bean chips with hummus. Now, when I arrived, I was told they only had plain tortilla chips and not the black bean version. So what you're looking at here is obviously the plain one. The hummus was good with a nice strong garlic flavor, but let's face it, this one is a little unimaginative. I also think it was a little on the small side, priced at $5.49. There are plenty of other good options that are way more filling at the same price point. I really can't see people going out of their way to have this, so sadly, I have to say that this one is worth a skip. But this led me to the realization that there are no other plant-based savory options in this land currently, if you're sticking to quick service. The pineapple Dole Whip is the main highlight really in Adventureland. But I will say that Skipper Canteen, in my opinion, is the best table service restaurant in the park that accommodates both vegetarians and the vegans. I personally love the curried vegetable crew stew here. But the menu does have several other options if you're avoiding meat, dairy, eggs, and the rest, so I highly recommend it. Let's next hop on over to Frontierland. Now this land offers the least amount of options for both vegans and vegetarians. However, I discovered that what it lacks in quantity, it definitely picks up in quality. Pecos Bill is your main go-to when it comes to vegans and vegetarians enjoying a quick service meal. For my vegans, there is the Southwest salad, a veggie rice bowl, and the plant-based Southwest cheeseburger. But I went for one of the vegetarian options here, and I think it's one of my new go-to meals in the park. These are the spicy cauliflower tacos. This is an update to the fried cauliflower that I mentioned in my Frontierland snacks video last year. That item has been removed from the Golden Oak menu, but this taco version at Pecos is an excellent upgrade. Now I do believe you can substitute the tortilla with a lettuce wrap, but that option is not available on the mobile food order service. So you'll have to request that at the counter. But the fried cauliflower is indeed very spicy and fried perfectly. It's topped with a 5-spice yogurt, which is where the dairy comes in, and a pineapple salsa. I love that contrast of the sweet pineapple with the spicy cauliflower. It's excellent. And this was surprisingly very filling, given the fact that you get 3. I rate this as one of the best vegetarian options in the entire park, and I would gladly come back and order this again. The cauliflower taco trio is priced at $10.99, an excellent price if you're not on the dining plan and paying out of pocket. For an additional $2, you can get a side of guacamole, and don't forget the toppings bar, where you can load up on some more ingredients. If you're not vegetarian but still want to give this a try, you're in luck, because you can choose any combination of tacos in the trio. You can have one with ground beef, another with chicken, and a third with the cauliflower. There's also a pork carnitas option, so I love that you can mix and match this in any way you want. Let's next move to Fantasyland. Now I didn't actually try anything new in this land because many of the existing items I've covered in the past are both vegetarian and vegan. For example, the Peter Pan float at Storybook Treats is vegan because the Dole Lime has no dairy. Just make sure you skip on the chocolate feather. The current Lost Princess cone is also a vegan option. And over at Gaston's Tavern, LeFou's Brew is yet another vegan option since it is frozen apple juice. Even though there's a hint of marshmallow flavoring, I believe there is no gelatin used in this. But one vegan option I didn't try in Fantasyland is the vegan brat and tots at the Friar's Nook. But I just wanted to take note of it here. Now, in terms of the table service restaurants, both Be Our Guest and Cinderella's Royal Table have several vegetarian options, but not too many vegan options. So I think Skipper Canteen still outshines these two when it comes to the vegans. And over at Pinocchio's Village House, you can request vegan cheese and vegan pita bread with all of their flatbreads. So Fantasyland does have a decent variety. Let's round out our tour with a stop in Tomorrowland. Now, this corner of the park doesn't offer a lot of great food variety, even for those who are not vegetarian or vegan. But if you're looking for the plant-based items, you have a few options between Cosmic Rays and Auntie Gravity's. Cosmic Rays is the huge quick-service restaurant just across the Speedway. There is only one vegetarian option, the Greek salad, and one vegan option, the plant-based Sloppy Joe. The second intrigued me the most, so I decided to give it a try. Inside the bun is a collection of plant-based beef crumbles. It's tossed in a Sloppy Joe sauce mixed with onions, yellow mustard, ketchup, garlic, and brown sugar for some sweetness. I know it doesn't look very appetizing, but it wasn't too bad. But unlike the Slaw dog at Casey's, I could definitely taste the plant substitution over the meat here. I also found the texture of the crumbles a little bit strange. I'm sure if you're a true vegan, this is not too bad, but I didn't love it. The plant-based Sloppy Joe is priced at $12.99 and comes with a side of French fries or a mandarin. And like at Pecos, don't forget the toppings bar for extra ingredients. And this one does also count as a quick service meal on the dining plan. Now, to wash down that strange Sloppy Joe, I skipped on over to Auntie Gravity's Galactic Goodies for a sweet and refreshing ending. This location is mainly known for its ice cream, but unlike the ice cream parlor on Main Street, I'm not entirely sure there are vegan alternatives. Unless you get the strawberry smoothie. This is a basic frozen slushie mixed with refreshing ruby red strawberries. There is no dairy mixed in here, so this is indeed a vegan choice. It's a good size and will certainly help you cool down in the summer. I personally loved it because it was a slightly healthier option than a milkshake. The strawberry smoothie is priced at $6.29 and also counts for a snack credit. In the end, I had a very interesting day at the Magic Kingdom trying out some of these plant-based food options. But there were two clear winners out of all the dishes I tried, and they were definitely the Slaw dog at Casey's and the cauliflower tacos at Pecos. Now, as you probably noticed, I didn't mention anything in Liberty Square, and that's simply because nothing really jumped out at me. And there's only so much food I can handle in a day. But I'll leave a link in the description below to an article on my website that details all of the plant-based products currently available at the Magic Kingdom. But that just about does it for my Foodie Friday video this week. I hope you vegetarians and vegans found this useful. And if you're interested in me doing a similar review at the other parks, leave a comment down below of what you'd like to see. I'll do my best to cover it in the future. But until next time, thanks for watching, and remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.